Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Uh, Tonight we go to Nottingham, Bilborough, 1994. I wanted to contact you, Deborah, as I've carried this with me for decades, and whenever I have tried to share it, I'm never believed. It happened close to Harvey Haddon Stadium, Bilborough, Nottingham. It's all been built on now, but at the time it was all open fields and a nice place to be. Well, it happened about 24 years ago now. I live in Nottingham and I'm a very open-minded person. Back then I was going out with a girl and I always walked her home at night, going the same way every time, through a path, and then we always walked down a long cut through. Same walk every time and we never had any problems until one night. I had walked her home and was returning to my home when it happened. Now, I'm not the sort of person who scares easily, but this changed my perspective on things after it happened, and I've never been able to forget it. I took her home this one night, and as normal, same route as usual, I was going through the cut through, just minding my business, when I heard a blood curdling growl. I just froze. I was so scared. Then I turned around, and I couldn't believe what I saw. This thing was about 7 foot tall, with a heavy build and black fur all over it. Now I'm 6'8" and I'm scared of no man, but this thing scared the living hell out of me. I started to back up bit by bit, and it just stood there and looked at me. And it slowly started to come towards me, and I ran like mad. I don't think I have ever ran that fast in my life before or since. I knew it was behind me all the way. I could hear it breathing and running. How I managed to get home, I will never know, but somehow I did. I came flying through the front door and I was as white as a ghost. And my dad asked me, "What happened?" And when I told him, he said, "Oh, it's just the dark playing tricks on your eyes." And after about a week or so of him keep saying this, I thought he was right, so I just left it at that. I was so wrong though, as a year or so later, I was walking over the place with my girlfriend's brother. It was a foggy night, and we were walking along, and then just out of the blue he said, "What's that?" I couldn't see anything at first, and said, "What are you on about?" He then pointed at this thing, this crouched thing, and I literally could not believe my eyes. It was the same thing. It was moving through the fog swiftly, then it stopped. And that's when I heard that growl again, and we both set off running. We ran like mad. I couldn't believe it the first time I saw it, and I'd convinced myself it was the darkness playing tricks, but not the second time. No way can I believe what I saw. Ever since that night, I've never walked that way, and we've never talked about it, not even when I see him. And I still think about those nights to this day, Deborah. It still scares me now. I'm not nuts. I know no one will believe me, but I saw a werewolf, and I will go under a lie detector test to prove I'm not lying. This creature that I saw was crouched over on all fours, and it was still huge, at least 5 foot high crouched. And if it had stood up to its full height, I think it would be about 7 feet. It was very broad across the chest, the width bigger than mine, and I have a 50-inch chest. It was massive, all black in colour with longish hair, and it was very dark and hair covered. But I'm sure it had a dog's head. I do remember its eyes. I will never forget them. They were yellowish. To be honest, I was so terrified, I don't think I will ever forget this. Now, I looked at the map after taking this account, and I realised it fills a gap within two routes that cross Nottingham. There are many other accounts of howls and growls and figures and hairy upright creatures close to the river, and I'm sure this will not be the only report that will come to light. As each witness shares an encounter, others follow, and they finally have somewhere to share. Until next time, good night.